first responders, Father, everyone that makes up this city. And Father, we pray especially on this election day that you would allow the people to get in office that you have foreordained. And Father, we're going to give you glory. We thank you and praise you. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Please face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everybody. Want to check our roll call. City Clerk, if you will, make note that everyone is here, with the exception of Commissioner Bedwell, please. And if we could, from the Commission, could get an approval of the minutes from the July 15, 2025 meeting.
Most approved.
Second. We have a motion and a second for the approval. Any discussion or changes? Hearing none, all in favor say yea. Yea. Any opposed say nay. All right, this morning we have communications from the Mayor and City Commission. And first up, I have a special announcement will be given by Commissioner John Ferguson. You can go now.
Mayor, I'd like to ask Mr. Matt Parker to join me at the podium, please. So about a year ago, Matt gave me a call and proposed an idea to honor one of our former mayors that had never been properly honored when he left the city in 2005. So we put together a committee. You know, you got to form a committee, right? Of several friends and family to have a portrait made in honor of Mr. Chester Sowell, former Mayor Sowell. And despite the protests of the commission, we let him back in the building for this day. And at this time, Matt, you want to say a few words?
Thank you, John, and of course, John and others have seen this need. I think when you guys moved all the pictures out into the hallway, go, where's Mayor Sal's picture? So John took it upon himself, got the group together. He formed the committee. He was the chairman, and then you know, our partner in crime was Pam. So we had to coordinate it through the boss. You know that, Chester, at this time. But just really want to thank and recognize Chester Sowell for his years of service in the commission. This is a proud day to see this portrait get posted up there. We had some great times working on economic development projects. Some of the projects that stand out is McLean with the partnership with the county and the city to get that big investment in there. The CNS door project, which was 2 mayors in 2 different counties working together, collaborating, and the owner couldn't believe I got 2 mayors in the same room and they just support my project, whatever I need. And he was amazed. So he set a trend on that. But good times, and this is a great day to see this happen. And I appreciate John taking the lead on this and really working hard to make it happen.
A couple things to point out during Mayor Sowell's administration. Briefly, they partnered with Dothan City Schools to build 3 elementary schools. Built fire stations 8 and 9. Completed the central fire station and fire admin building. And I could talk a lot about infrastructure projects, but one of the things I do want to highlight is his involvement with the Southeast, or the Houston County Healthcare Authority that runs Southeast Health. And during his time there, they did a feasibility study to see if Dothan could support a medical school. And I don't know if you're from Dothan like I am, but I would have never have envisioned when I was a young man that we'd ever have a medical school at all, much less being the largest one in the state 12 years after they started. So there's a lot of things that I could mention, but Chester's been a good friend to me for a long time, and many of you, but we wanted to give credit where it's due and honor where it's due. So at this time, we'd like to present him with a portrait that we have made. Matt, you want to come up, Pam and Chester?
to say just a couple of words. Thank you to all of the, Mayor Saliba and I had a conversation about this 5, 6 years ago. And it's just, I'm kind of slow and John's slower than I am. So I want to thank Matt Parker and John and all of those that have been involved in this. Thank you for that. Looks great. Looks like I got some hair, but I don't know where it went. And I want to say thank you to Don Clemens, who served on the commission with me for a number of years. Thank you for being here, Don. And there's so many others that are here. Thank you for anybody who participated in this, and for her, Pam, my wife, thank you. And I see my brothers and sister out here. So thank y'all for coming, and y'all continue your meeting, enjoy your meeting. And Mayor, I've already voted, so the polls have already been, like the polls on this television screen, they're projected to win by 99%. Thank y'all. Y'all have a great day.
And I wanted to say, Miss Francis, who took care of Chester the whole time he was here, and just welcomed us as family. And I just wanted to extra thank you to her and to all our friends that came. Thank you for coming and supporting Chester in this and family. We appreciate it.
One more, I need to thank Jay Hare for his help in putting this together, and Ross Baker for framing and everything. So thank y'all.
Yeah, thank you. All right, Commissioner Dorsey, would you like to start us off?
Well, yes, first I want to thank Tommy and the crew for a great job over on Rain Street for answering that call. Also thank the administration staff, Cheryl and the others. Also thank you, City Manager, for also getting that in. That job well done. Also, don't forget to vote.
We'll reiterate some of that. Thank you, city managers. Thank you, department heads. I've been calling on y'all a lot the past few weeks, so I appreciate everything you guys have done. And if you have not gotten out to vote, definitely go do that.
Mayor, two things. One, I want to ask City Manager, when we do our, budget work sessions, could we maybe look at some options on resurfacing a more comprehensive plan, see what that might look like for us? And two, I want to congratulate Mr. Jimmy Young from the Department of Leisure Services for being inducted into the Wiregrass Sports Hall of Fame. I don't know if you've seen that video, but it's pretty good. So I'd invite you to go find that and look it up. That's all, Mayor.
All right, thank you.
I think it would be appropriate today to share that, a lot of people, Mayor, they see what we do up here and the money and the things that we're doing, but all of that is because of those that have come before us and a lot of decisions and hard decisions that they've made. So I'd like to thank the previous commissions, the previous mayors, for everything that they've done to put us in a position now to be successful. So we stand on their shoulders as we accomplish what we accomplish. So thank you.
I'd reiterate that. That's we're just continuing on some great work that started before us. Do want to get everybody, please remind you to go vote. I know we've got a lot of candidates this year, and I want to thank all those folks. I know it's not the easiest thing to do. You put your name out, your whatever out in this. It's just great that we've got a lot of qualified folks that want to run for office, whether it be city commission or school board. And again, get out and vote. And I want to wish my youngest granddaughter, Corey, her birthday's today, and she's 5. So happy birthday, Corey Crutchfield. That's all.
All right, well, thank you. I want to reiterate a little bit of what was already said, Commissioner Pierce. We are fortunate to have had the elected officials that have served over the past years and feel blessed to have them. Mayor Schmitz is here. Commissioner Clements has served 20 years on our city commission, and of course Mayor Sowell, who served 2 terms, 8 years. So we are grateful and thankful for them, and just want to say thank you to that especially. I want to say also thanks to our Wendy and City Clerk office. I know this is a big day, and it takes a lot of preparation to be prepared for an election, a lot of moving parts, and it takes a lot of your staff and time and volunteers that work the polls. And so we are grateful to them, and we hopefully look forward to a smooth and peaceful election day. And so thank you so much for your staff and what y'all done. Appreciate that. City Manager, turn it over to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. First item, I'd like to invite up Corey Lanier with Dothan Utilities for our Employee of the Month. Corey consistently demonstrates an exceptional work ethic and a strong sense of responsibility. He is willing to take on any project, whether it falls within his official duties or not, including water, wastewater, and storm drain tasks. He approaches every assignment with professionalism and dedication while performing at the highest of standards. Corey leads by example with a solutions-oriented mindset that encourages others to do the same. Corey's leadership fosters a culture of accountability and continuous improvement, motivating crews to not only meet but to exceed their project goals. His influence has created a lasting impact on team morale and productivity, making him an essential leader on any project. When challenges arise, Corey takes the initiative to find solutions, ensuring that his work keeps moving forward. He consistently goes above and beyond, proactively identifying areas for improvement. Corey has a reputation among supervisors, co-workers, and other departments for being able to handle critical tasks with minimum supervision, knowing that the quality of his work is thorough each and every time. Corey is regularly commended for his excellent work, not only from other divisions within Dothan Utilities, but also from other departments, outside engineers, and contractors. His attention to detail and dedication to excellence have earned him a reputation of high reliability. Corey leads by example and encourages his crew to take pride in their work. Corey is known for completing projects on or ahead of schedule, and the quality of his work always exceeds expectations. His reliability and commitment make him an invaluable asset to the Dothan Utilities team as well as to the city of Dothan. Congratulations, Corey.
Good morning.
Morning.
So what a valuable asset we have in Corey Lanier. Corey has been with us over 15 years now. He is one of our wastewater collection supervisors. And you know, as a utilities director, I can plan, I can schedule, I can come before commission requesting funding, but that alone is just a very small part of what makes Dothan Utilities successful. It's the boots on the ground leadership like Corey that really truly make Dothan Utilities successful, that allow us to provide excellent community service. And you know, the fact that Corey works primarily lately night shifts to accommodate our customers. Corey not only works in our wastewater collections department, but he also has been installing water lines, just whatever is needed to complete the task at hand in whatever department. And that's what Corey does, and he does it without complaint, and he does it willingly, and he also motivates his team to do the same. So congratulations, Corey. Very proud, and thank you for your dedication.
Next, I'd like to invite up the Dothan United Soccer Club. They've got a little presentation for us.
Well, good morning. I'm Mike Schmitz, and what a great day. Let's go vote, 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 right? It's an honor to be here. Before we start, we have a 45-second video we'd like you to see.
Big news for Dothan United Soccer Organisation. For the first time ever, we're in the playoffs. Not only are we in the playoffs, we're hosting.
This is more than just soccer. It's history in the making for the city of Dothan.
We need your support.
Be a part of this moment. thanks to you, this commission, the money you invested in Riphew Stadium, and I know that was a difficult decision, we are known all throughout the United States. We have by far the best venue. Dothan, we have over 30 players on payroll, 15 international players, 15 U.S. players, 2 or 3 or 4 local players. And most of these players never heard of Dothan, Alabama. Everywhere we travel, they never heard of Dothan, Alabama. When these players, they leave, they love Dothan. Dothan loves them. We're expanding our footprint. And I tell you, one of the things all of you talk about is we want to bring the young people back. Well, you got it going on. You got it going on here. Everything you're doing downtown, the medical school, Hudson Alpha, the NFL flag football, us, it's incredible. So, but we want to thank Billy, Leisure Services, they're incredible. But thank you for the opportunity. At this time, I'd like to invite my partner, the founder and president, Steve Donner, even though he's a Yankee, he's from New York. He's been here 2 years, so we're claiming him. But he's done an extraordinary job. He's an extraordinary leader, Steve Donner.
Thanks, Mike. And we're so excited to be here to share our successful season together with the entire community. And it really has been a community project that everyone has participated in. I can remember 2 years ago, standing right here, I think trying to paint a vision and a dream of what the Dragons could be. And to come back here 2 years later and bring our first championship to Dothan. We're going to present the trophy right now to the folks. That's our Southern Conference Championship. We were number 1 out of 40 teams in the South. We finished number 3 or 4 overall out of 144 teams in the entire country. And some of the other accomplishments that we achieved this year, we finished ahead of cities like Columbus, Montgomery, Atlanta teams, Fort Lauderdale, Sarasota, Jacksonville, big market teams all competing against Dothan. And like Mike said, 2 years ago, coaches and players, their first question was, where is Dothan? And now we have hundreds of players calling us to say, can we play in Dothan? And so part of it's been the success on the field. A big part of it's been the arms of the community wrapping around our organization. We've got a support family program where families adopt our players, make them feel at home. The facilities, as Mike said, when you made the investment in Riphew Stadium, and we went around the league this year, clearly we've got one of the finest facilities in USL2, and when we hosted the playoffs for the first time in our history, and we had teams coming from different parts of the country, with the help of Leisure Services, everyone put on a first-class production here, and I think we were the standard, I would say, for playoffs for USL2. So again, we fell short. The team we lost to won the national championship. We took that team to 0-0 after 90 minutes of regulation, another 30 minutes of overtime, and lost some PKs. So the team that won the national championship couldn't score a goal on us in regulation. I think Carl mentioned, too, that we were the only team out of 144 teams not to give up more than 1 goal a game in any game in the entire season out of 144 teams. So much to be proud of. We were 10-0 at home. We asked the guys to make Riphew a fortress, as they say in soccer, and we clearly were undefeated. We were second in the league in attendance. So it goes on and on. But we are so proud to share the trophy. We're so proud to be here. And I think one thing we all saw, and we explained about playoff soccer, there's nothing like a playoff run to unite the community, right? And man, did we feel it. Everywhere in the community, when we were on the road, there was over 5,000 homes, not people, watched the semifinal game on the internet from Dothan. So we thank you all, and I promise you there's bigger things to come.
Yes.
Thank you.
Just really quick, we just have a couple of numbers for you. I got to stand up here and talk numbers and slides. But just to Aaron McCrate, by the way, sorry, Dothan United Soccer. Good to see you all. But just some numbers, just to show not only the depth but the breadth of our fan base.
This is on Instagram, we're, 5 million profile views, 366,000 different accounts reached. I mean, the reach is incredible on social. This is just in 6 months, essentially from the time the players started showing up. Very similar story on Facebook. Again, 3.6 million. It's just the amount of people that follow us, that know about us, the brand. I don't know if of the soccer fans in the room are familiar with the Men in Blazers podcast. It's the #1 soccer podcast in the country. We're talking about our game against Vermont. They're talking about the Dothan United to the world. Just an incredible, in 17 months, not even 2 years, it's 17 months that we've been a franchise, 27 total games to make it to the Final Four in the nation. Talk about reach. This is just a zip code map of people that have purchased tickets to come to a game. It basically covers the entire state of Alabama into Georgia, Louisiana, Florida. This is very similar to last year. We do have reach. We're going to continue to get more. And the players wanted to say thank you as well. Obviously, they're all back at school or back in their states or countries, wherever they came. We wished we could have had them here, but once the season ended, especially as long as we went, they tend to scatter as soon as we're done. But the coaches and players definitely wanted to give a big thank you to you as well. So we thank you. We all thank you. And thank you for your time today.
Sure.
Oh, they're leaving.
Thank you all.
Just a couple more items, Mr. Mayor. As the new school year begins, just want to encourage everybody to use increased caution on roadways and especially in school zones to keep kids safe. Next Tuesday, the 12th, from 10 to 2, the city's hosting a health and benefits fair for employees and retirees here in the Civic Center. There'll be over 40 vendors on hand to offer prizes and show their services. And then the next day, on the 13th, there will be a citywide job fair in the arena with over 80 businesses invited to participate. Admissions free and on-the-spot interviews will be offered. And then also, after the meeting, fire department's gonna have a little show and tell. We've gotten in a couple of our new fire trucks, and they're supposed to have one of those out there. Okay, it's already out there, so take a look and see what the new fire trucks look like. That's all I have.
All right, thank you so much. All right, if you're following along on your agenda, we are at item number 7, which is communication from city clerk, but on this particular day, we don't have any, so thank you, city clerk. We are now at item number 8, which is a public hearing regarding the adoption of the Community Development Block Grant 2025 through 2029 Consolidated Plan and the 2025 Year 1 Annual Action Plan, which will be voted on in item number 10 below. So if there's anyone that wishes to speak on this particular item during the this public hearing, then they can approach the podium after we have our department head, Todd, and consultant.
Yeah, thank you. Planners love when a plan comes together, and that's basically what we have today. This is a long process. We started back in January, moved it through the spring. I saw Anita step in. The Community Development Advisory Committee was very instrumental in this, presented the recommendations to you. We got it into draft form, got it out there on for the public involvement to look at it. And we are here today. The public hearing is the last step in this process for us. And then it goes to HUD for their review and hopefully timely approval. We couldn't do this alone. We don't have the staff, and we did have a staff change in the middle of this, but we rely heavily on our consultant, Melissa Malou, with Mosaic Consulting out of Atlanta, I believe. So, and she's the one that basically worked with Kelly to pull all the public involvement together and to make this plan a good document for us all. So, Melissa, I think you've got some slides you want to show.
Yeah, I have a quick presentation kind of before opening for public comments. So as Todd said, this is essentially every 5 years the city and other grantees that get similar funding from HUD are asked to take stock of their housing and community development needs and lay out a strategy for how they'll plan to use that funding over the next 5 years. So that's what this plan is. The annual action plan is the city's official application to HUD for that community development block grant funding, which you can see there in 2025 will be about $530,000. That amount varies year to year based on the federal budget, but that's what we know for 2025. So essentially this money can be used towards housing, improving the living environment, and creating economic opportunities, provided that those activities benefit low and moderate income households, which you can see in this region is about $60,000 or so for a family of 4. Other than that, there's pretty flexible options. So money can be used towards housing, public facilities and infrastructure, services, economic development, variety of activities. So this process was really deciding how to target that funding. It's kind of been a several months long process that involved a substantial amount of community engagement, 5 meetings, 4 focus groups, a survey, and all told we had about representatives from about 60 different agencies and about 200 individuals that provided input. So we were pretty proud of the level of outreach there, and I think it helps to inform a strong plan. Of course, you can't rely just on qualitative data, so we also have some quantitative information from the census, HUD, information about low-income housing needs, and previous plans that the city has done, making sure that this will work with those. So based on that information, we've outlined about, I think, 6 or 7 priorities for the next 5 years. Probably the biggest of which we heard during the meetings was the need for support for affordable housing. So that could look like assistance for the development or rehab of housing. Funding can't be used to construct new housing, but it can be used for things like land acquisition or infrastructure support for the development of housing. We also saw some needs related to homelessness, so supporting local organizations that provide housing or services for people facing homelessness or at risk. And then a few community development priorities, so things related to public services and economic development, a variety of activities that you see listed there. And so generally public services are conducted by nonprofits in the community, and you see this public facilities priority as well. A lot of times that funding flows to nonprofits to help them make improvements to their facilities and continue to serve folks in the community. And then finally, we have some priorities related to infrastructure and program administration. So the city being able to use some funding to support these programs, support the administrative costs associated with the programs. So this is a snapshot of kind of what the city's goals for the next 5 years will be based on these priorities. These numbers are projections based on the 2025 funding amount. Like I said, we don't know what the federal budgets will look like over the next 4 years. So these numbers could change, but generally looking at trying to spend about 40% of funding towards housing, whether that's rehab and repair for homeowners or support for rental housing. about 30% to support nonprofits, whether that's through public facilities improvements or public service activities. And then the remaining 30% on infrastructure improvements, some employment activities, land acquisition. And then you see that line item there for the Section 108 loan program. That's not something that the city they haven't taken out that loan yet. That's an option that HUD has available. But we wanted to include this as an option that the city could look at over the next 5 years. So it's not committing you to anything, but it's building into that budget that option to use a loan against your CDBG money if you choose to in the future. And then finally, retaining about 10% for program administrative costs. And again, this is kind of a projection, goals. The actual amounts will vary year to year and will depend on what type of funding applications the city receives from folks in the community. For 2025, I think you have seen this list of projects and approved it already, but just an overview. About $80,000 spent on different public service activities in the community. About $190,000, $189,000 on facility improvements, so helping nonprofits make needed improvements to their buildings. And then finally, $267,000 or so on housing and a few other city projects, for example, sidewalk improvements and program administration. And with that, I'll pause and we can take any comments or questions.
Thank you.
Thank you. So now, if there is any public comments before the commission, I will entertain those at this point. All right, seeing none, hearing none, then I call the public hearing closed. All right, following along then on our agenda is, we on item number 9. There's an ordinance, which is number 2025-179. It's entering into a franchise agreement with Knowledge of Alabama Incorporated to allow the construction, operation, and maintenance of the cable system within the city of Dothan.
Motion for immediate consideration.
Second.
Motion and second is for immediate consideration. All in favor say yea.
Yay.
Any opposed say nay.
Motion approved.
Second.
Motion and the second is for approval. Any discussion on the item?
A couple things, Mayor.
Yes, sir.
I want to bring the public's attention to some things that we have been working on with our city attorney, Kevin Kelly, and also city manager, Randy Morris, and I thank them for engaging with us in this issue. In these contracts from here and any subsequent ones, they've detailed a way for us to actively let the public know. Door hangers, temporary signage at the beginning of the neighborhood, so on and so forth, with active contacts, as well as with any damage being done, it has to be reconstructed or properly fixed in 30 days. So those are great additions to this, and I thank y'all. And I know my constituency thanks y'all for engaging in this issue and helping us create something that we can kind of sink our teeth in when stuff's messed up.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Anybody else, Commission? Okay. Well, then, all in favor say yea.
Yay.
Any opposed say nay. All right, thank you. Item number 10 is resolution number 2025-180. It's approving and adopting the CDBG 2025 through 2029 consolidated plan and the 2025 year one annual action plan.
Motion approved.
Second.
Motion and a second for approval. Any discussion?
I just wanted to say, Mayor, that Ms. Melissa, they did a great job on the community outreach. A lot of agencies did show up. I, one, is interested in this. I showed up at all of them. There absolutely still needs to be more community engagement. I think that the survey they did, maybe we can get that out to the households, but thanks Todd for all you do. I want to thank Anita Dawkins because she's the chair, and that's a volunteer board. Nobody gets paid to do that, and so just wanted to say that. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for participating as well, and thank you for that whole committee and what they do, and Ms. Dawkins for your efforts as well on, and all of that, because it is a lot of work, to go through, so thank y'all for that. All in favor say yay.
Yay.
Any opposed say nay. Item number 11 is resolution number 2025-181, amending the agreement with Utility Associates Incorporated for the body-worn in-car camera video system to extend services for a 6-month period for a total amount of $170,974.44.
Motion for approval.
Second.
Motion and second is for approval. Any discussion? All in favor say yay.
Yay.
Any opposed say nay. Item 12, resolution number 2025-182 is entering into a professional services contract with Poly Incorporated to update the risk and resilience assessment and emergency response plan for the Dothan's water system for the lump sum of $29,000.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion and second is for approval. Any discussion or questions? All in favor say yay.
Yay.
Any opposed say nay. Item 13, resolution number 2025-183, accepting a deed from the Dothan Downtown Redevelopment Authority for 2 donated parcels of property known as Peggy James Park.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and second is for approval. Any discussion?
Can I get an explanation, please?
Yes, sir. So DDRA originally purchased these properties. There were some derelict buildings on them, and they were removed and then had it turned into a park. And they just like to clear up their books and turn it over to the city. We're already maintaining the park as well as paying the utilities. So no reason why we wouldn't accept it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. All in favor say yay.
Yay.
Any opposed say nay. Item 14, resolution number 2025-184, entering into a memorandum of understanding with Houston Academy of Band Boosters for the purpose of establishing responsibilities and procedures for operating one concession stand at Northcutt Stadium.
Motion for approval.
Second.
Motion and a second is for approval. Any discussion? All in favor say yay.
Yay.
Any opposed say nay. Item 15 is resolution number 2025-185, accepting a grant award in the amount of $7,000 from the Wiregrass Resource Conservation Development Council Incorporated to assist with the cost of holding a volunteer fire department event at the Wiregrass Public Safety Center.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second is for approval. Any discussion?
Just thank you to Ronnie Davis and his board for continuing to partner with us.
Yeah. Thank you. All right, all in favor say yay.
Yay.
Any opposed say nay. Item 16 is resolution number 2025-186. It's approving proposed Wiregrass Museum of Art board member updates and appointing Angie Casey Miller as a member of the board.
Motion for approval.
Second.
Motion and second is for approval. Any discussion?
Just thank Angie for her willingness to volunteer.
Yeah, thank you for that, and all those that serve on that board. We appreciate it. And Dana, thank you for all your work making that happen. So thank you for being here this morning. All in favor say yay.
Yay.
Any opposed say nay. Item 17, resolution number 2025-187 is declaring certain personal property as obsolete and no longer needed for public and municipal purposes, and authorizing the disposal of the said property by whatever means is determined to be in the best interest of the city.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion is second is for approval. Any discussion? All in favor say yay.
Yay.
Any opposed say nay. Item 18 is resolution number 2025-188, awarding the bids and purchases, approving other purchases over $30,000 by the city and appropriating the funds for the said purchases.
Motion for approval.
Second.
Motion is second is for approval. Any discussion? All in favor say yay.
Yay.
Any opposed say nay. Item 19, resolution number 2025-189, approving the advanced travel request for city employees.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion second is for approval. Any discussion or questions from the commission? All right, hearing none, all in favor say yay.
Yay.
Any opposed say nay. Item number 20, acceptance of the right-of-way warranty deeds, permanent easement deeds, temporary easement deeds, and tree trimming easements from multiple property owners for the Honeysuckle Road Improvements Project.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion is second is for acceptance of those deeds. Any discussion?
Can we get a quick update on the percentage there of that
acquisition needed, or we done something, or is
Essentially, one property that we don't have agreement on,
Okay. Thank you, Tom.
All right. Any other questions from the commission? All in favor say yea.
Yay.
Any opposed say nay. All right, item 21 is to adjourn until August the 12th, 2025 at 10 a.m. to canvass the election results. Need a motion and a second for the adjournment until August 12th, 2025 at 10 a.m.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor say yea.
Yay.
Any opposed say nay. All right, sir, turn it over to you, the administrative meeting portion. City manager?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First item on the agenda is approval of minutes from the July 15th, 2025 meeting.
Motion for approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for the approval of the admin minutes for July 15th. All in favor say yea.
Yay.
Any opposed say nay.
We do have a couple of privileges of the floor. First up is Samuel 2. Don't go away, do I?
Mr. Two, just a reminder that we have a 3-minute time limit on the clock over there,
Can
please.
I remind you, you owe me 500 minutes?
Mr. Two, you have 3 minutes.
Can you give me 10? Fair enough. 10,
Mr. Two, you have 3 minutes, sir.
okay. Can I pray and not on that time?
Why don't we do that after your
Okay,
time?
that'll be fine. When I say amen, we're done, right?
Yes. No, well, after you're done with your 3 minutes,
After I'm done with 3 minutes, you'll let me pray, right?
well,
Fair enough, come on.
we have a clock running, please, sir.
Why don't you restart? I'm questioning you. Okay, it's gonna be the longest 3 minutes of your life. First of all, let's go. I used to be a Dothan firefighter. I witnessed guns being sold at the fire station for years. What do you do when you have a gun on the kitchen table of Westgate Fire Station and a fire buzzer race? What do you do? Do you spend time hiding at the fire station? Do you leave it in an unlocked fire station time? Maybe you put it on a fire truck, take it with you. Let's talk about a wreck scene, what y'all fired me for, wrongfully. I stopped at a wreck on a circle. A black lady was dying. The guy on the scene, you have Steve Hatcher with no medical training. You have Rudolph Warren, no medical training. You have Jeff Gunn, who's a rookie. I'm a licensed EMT, certified to drive a fire truck, every state in the country, only 2 people on the whole shift. A guy tells me to leave. Do I leave? Why? If I'd have left, they could have fired me for abandoning her. I stayed. She died. I got fired for that. But look at what I've been through. I only got 142. That's ain't okay. Hold on a second. I'll just talk about it. I got 97 pages of email that Kevin Cowper sent to me defending you. Why would you put Chelsea Green on the corner of the email? Why would you do that? Do you know her? Do you know her? I wouldn't answer that either. While it's on my mind, this is for you again. Me and David used to play soccer with the other city champions 100 years ago. This right here is something that was presented, even Don Clemens. I met with him before they ever fired him. What did you do about it? This is a canceled check where Benny Holloway bought a gun for $160. When it says 160.00, what's that mean? He wasn't paying taxes on it. But look at what I've been through. Your daddy should have fired a guy selling guns, but who they fired? Me. Lynn White broke every law you could break. They gave me papers Friday at 5 for hearing Monday morning at 7. How many business hours did that allow? Kevin Kelly will tell you I should have been given 72. Lynn White had me falsely committed to Daphne. While I was there without an attorney, him and Livingston worked to dismiss my case. They committed fraud with $1,282 of taxpayer money. Okay, what I would like to suggest now, I would like to go in executive session to discuss the good name and character of a high-ranking official. Let's do that. I
Sir,
deserve that.
You have 13 minutes
Okay.
left.
Let me ask you this. Why did your wife assault me at a political forum? Did you witness that? She didn't. Why did your friend threaten to put a bullet through my head? You want that time to be over, ain't you? I'm gonna put you in federal prison, but you got your 3 minutes.
All right. Thank you, Sam.
One more quick thing.
Sam, that's all we have. Mr. City Manager, do we have another,
Yes, sir. The next person we have for privileges of the floor is Mr. Bobby Crawford.
we have who now?
Mr. Crawford?
Tell me again now, who, I didn't hear you say.
Bobby Crawford, he's.
Bobby Crawford, okay. Mr. Crawford, good morning, sir. Thank you for being here. If you don't mind, just state your name for the record, and then the 3 minutes will start on that.
My name is Bobby Crawford. I'm a veteran, and I live out in, I guess that's District 5 out there, Mill Creek Circle. A few months ago, I was sick. I started bleeding. So I had to go to the nearest trauma center here in Dothan. Well, when I got to the nearest trauma center here in Dothan, it was on lockdown because of the shooting. Our city has outgrown our hospitals. If there was a catastrophe right now and we all needed attention, where would we go? And we have kids. They have a life. We need more medical attention in this city. Oh, and there's one more thing. With those government grants, y'all need to take one and do something with Spring Street and Apple Tree. That place looks like a landfill. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, anything else, sir?
It's all the business we have, sir.
All right, well, then we are adjourned. Thank you so much.